This is video number 62 for viola players. And in this video, we're going to learn some new notes. We're going to get to play on our G string now, which we haven't played on yet. So I need you to have your book open to page 26 and have, of course, your instrument out. And then let's look at the strings. Now, the G string is just right next to the D string, okay? But it's not the A string. So it goes A, D, G, just in case you forgot, okay? Now when we play on the G string, I want you to use less bow. You would think, oh, it's a bigger, thicker string, I should use more bow. You don't use more bow, but you do use more weight. So the thicker the string gets, you need to use less bow, but weigh in a little bit more. Use a little bit more of your arm weight to hold the string down. Now, how much less? I would say instead of going all the way to where your arm is straight or all the way probably to there, it's kind of what we call a full bow. Only use that much, okay? But add like 5 pounds of weight, okay? Now, I want to show you something. You would think that a bass bow would be the biggest. Well, it's not. It is the heaviest, but it's not necessarily the biggest. Here's a viola bow, and look at the bass bow right next to it, okay? I'm going to turn it around this way so you can see how much thicker the bass bow is. It is heavier, but it's not as long. Look how much longer the viola bow is. That is because bass strings, all of them are fat and thick and heavy, okay? You only have a couple of strings that are thick and heavy. So you need to use for your higher strings fast, light bows, but for your low strings, slow, heavy bows. And is there a difference between D and A? Yeah, there is. You should use a little bit more weight on the D string than you do on the A string, okay? We haven't talked about that much yet, but now you're getting to where we can start really developing your tone, and that is one of the aspects of developing your tone. Knowing how much bow to use on each string and adjusting it based on which string you're on, and how much weight to use on each string and adjusting that based on which string you're on, okay? So go ahead and pick up your viola, and I want you just to echo me on 4 Gs. But notice, I'm not going to play 4 open Gs, okay? Anytime I'm calling out a note, it's the new ones. Play 4 open Gs, but only go to here. Lots of weight though. Echo me. And go. G, 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 G. Now, when we put fingers down on the G string, it's really easy to remember. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Notice I did not say C sharp. That's because this is not C sharp. This is plain old C, also known as C natural, okay? A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. What would happen if you put 4th finger down? A, B, C, D. Remember when you learned 4th finger on the D string and it was the same pitch and it was the same place on the music staff as open A, but it had a different tone. It's the same thing here. This is the same pitch as open D, but it's going to sound a little different. It's going to look the same on the staff, but the pitch is going to be the same, or should be if you're in tune, but it's going to have a little bit different tone, okay? So again, A, B, C, not C sharp. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, okay? Let's play a couple of those notes. I want you to play 4 Cs. 4 Cs, 3 fingers on the G string. And go. C, 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 C. Now do 4 Bs. 2 fingers for B. Go. B, 2 fingers. Good. Now do 2 Cs, 2 Bs. 3 fingers for C. Not C sharp. C. 2 fingers for B. C, then B. And go. C, C, B, B. Now do 2 A's. How many fingers for A? A is 1. 2 A's, 2 B's. Play that. A, then B. A, B, B. Now you might have noticed where my elbow is. Your elbow for your lower strings needs to be further in. For the high strings, it's out here. For the D, it's kind of in the middle. G, in the middle, but a little bit in. Okay, you're really going to notice this now because we need to do 4th finger on the G string. Again, that's the note D. Should sound the same as open D with a slightly different tone. Elbows way in, pressing super hard. This is not going to be easy to play in tune the first time. It might have a fuzzy tone. More weight. Echo me. 4 Ds. And go. D, 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 D. Now try 2 Ds and 2 Cs. Not C sharp. 2 Ds, 2 Cs. There you go. D, D, C, C. Now do D, C, B, B. Try that. 4, 3, 2, 2. D, C, B, B. Now go A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Echo me. Elbows and go A, B, C, D. Okay? So, remember, of course, when you're going up the alphabet, after G comes A, right? Okay, so after open G, the next note down is A. Now, I kept saying that C is not C sharp, because it's not. Is there a C sharp on the G string? There absolutely is a C sharp, but you're not going to learn how to play it till like book 2, okay? So what about the A string? Is there just a plain old A, a C on the A string? Like a C natural on the A string? Yes, there is. We will learn it in book 1, but not till later on, okay? So here's what I want you to know. I want you to know the names of your notes on the G string, and I want you to know how to play them. A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy, right? Here's the next thing I want you to know. Look at page 26. We have not only new notes to learn, but we have a new key signature to learn. I have drawn here for you your clef and key signature. I want you to notice it looks like something is missing. When we see the key signature, we normally see both of these, don't we? There's 2 sharps. One is here and one is here. The first one, the first sharp, stands for F sharp. This one stands for C sharp. We are not playing C sharp yet. We don't know how to do that yet on the G string. So we're going to be playing in a new key signature. The name of this key signature is G major. Okay? Now don't be confused by this. Well, first of all, let's do this. I want you to look in your book at anything on page 26 and 27. Look at the key signature. Let's see at number 99. You see there's only 1 sharp there? That is your new key signature. The new key signature, again, is called G major, and it has 1 sharp, F sharp. Now look back anywhere between number like 44 and 92. Look at anything. Let's look at number 88 in your book. We haven't played this yet, but look at that key signature. That is D major. How do I know? Because there are 2 sharps. One is for the F sharp, one is for the C sharp. Okay, look at 92. Can. We're going to learn this soon. It's a fun song. Look at your key signature there. There are 2 sharps. The first one stands for the F sharp. The second one stands for the C sharp. What those sharps mean is all the Fs all over the instrument are sharp. All of the C's all over the instrument are sharp. Well, we don't know how to play C sharp on the G string yet. Okay, you will learn. But we can't play in D major on the G string, not yet, because we don't know how to play C sharp. We just learned how to play C. So for now, when we're playing on the G string, the key signature is only going to have 1 sharp. Okay, that means all the Fs all over the instrument are sharp, but all of the C's are not. Only F is sharp in G major. Okay, if this is starting to confuse you a little bit, that's okay. Here's what you need to know. D major has 2 sharp, F sharp and C sharp. G major has 1 sharp, F sharp. Okay, and those key signatures work for every string on the instrument. As we learn more later on, at the end of this book and in book 2, those things will begin to make a little more sense to you. Here's what I don't want you to think. I don't want you to think that playing in G major means playing on the G string, and playing in D major means playing on the D string. That's not true. You can play all over the instrument in any key once you know how to play all those notes. Okay? So again, all you need to know right now, D major, F sharp, C sharp, G major, 1 sharp, F sharp. If you've got that, you're good. Okay? Don't let anything else confuse you. It will begin to make more sense as you learn more about your instrument. Okay, so let's talk about the new notes. Well, you've learned, this is going to actually be pretty easy for you because you already learned kind of the hard stuff where you had to learn legend lines. So you've got it easy here. This is where open G lives, right there. The line space thing, that still applies. G, open G, that was on a space. So A, one finger, is going to be on a line. B, two fingers, going to be on a space. C, not C sharp, C, no C sharp, only F sharp. C on a line. And then here's your open D. But now we know two ways to play that note now, don't we? We can play it as open D or we can play as four fingers on the G string. How are you going to know? Either I'll tell you or the book will tell you. I'll have a 4 above it, okay? So G, A, B, C natural, D. All of these notes are natural. The only note that's not natural in G major is F, which is sharp. I don't have any right here. But this would be F sharp, wouldn't it? F sharp. G, A, B, C, D. Okay? That's all you need to know right now, but I would encourage you to kind of, before the next video, to kind of look at your page 26 and kind of start learning how to read the notes. Sometimes people confuse A and C a little bit. C is right in the middle line. Of course, you know D. Some people confuse G and B, but not so much. It's normally A and C that people confuse. A is, of course, lower because it's lower sounding. It's lower on your instrument. Okay? But kind of learn those things before you do your next video where we'll actually be playing and reading notes on the G string.